Again, this is MJ Worthy with Be Worthy Lifestyle. And today we're going to talk big, mind blowing millionaire mindset. And this happens when you have something. And let me tell you, this can be a vacation, it can be a partner, it can be a home, it can be a promotion, but you see it. And here's the fun thing about remembering your creator status, where you have the details down. This is something that you want. And I'm a car buff. Like I love cars. I mean, I work in the motor vehicle industry, but I've always loved cars since my dad was a mechanic. And anytime I've owned a vehicle, it's had specifics that only make me happy. And when I get connected to a car, I'll keep it until it's just no longer serves me. And so I had this experience once, and I had wanted a certain vehicle, and like a lot of my tales of experience, it just depends on the season of the life that I'm in. And this particular season, I wanted my own sports car, and I wanted it specific. And not only did I want it to look a specific way, but I wanted to buy it from a specific dealership. And not only did I want to buy it from a specific dealership, but I wanted to pay cash. I didn't want payments on it. And this particular time in my life, I had these things going on in my world. And but I wanted to challenge this because I hadn't been here before. And if you have had a similar experience where you test only so far because you're like, surely this could not happen to me. I'm only only is a really dangerous word when you're putting it on your ability to find and be great. And I wanted to test this. And so I put these specifics in order, but I also wanted to see how my creative abilities could be challenged, because that's what I do. That's more fun for me. So I made sure that I had this list of things that I wanted, but I went on a Sunday where I know there's not a lot of hustle and bustle, and there was a certain color of a vehicle that I wanted. And so all these specifics I had. But remember, I'd already chosen the dealership that I wanted to go to a year ago. So I didn't know what day, I didn't know if I'd be in the position. Something told me, today's the day. Let's do this. And when you go in somewhere, and there's a commercial now that's out where they show the lady that goes into the dealership and she wants to buy her car with a debit card, and the dealers, they laugh, and next thing you know, she's driving off. Okay, I really resonated with that because that was my experience. And I'm like, this isn't just a commercial. This is like, look, this is something that's really happening. And I love sharing stories like this because I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm not saying, oh, every time you want to go get a car, you just go out and tell yourself you're going to get it. No, it's all about timing, and it's all about the reality that you're in at the present moment. That's just not where I'm at right now. But back then, it was the perfect moment. And I went in on a Sunday, and I talked to the salesperson, and I made sure I looked at the inventory. I made sure I did not see this blue car. I made sure I looked all over before I went in. But guess where the blue car was? It was on the showroom floor. And they had to go through all sorts of changes to allow me to get to test drive it on a Sunday. And I realized something also too, that when you go in with a $1 million mindset where you believe that what you need and what you would like to have in your headspace and your community and your mind shift, when you have that ability and you go reach for it, you find that the world operates differently than when you have doubt and fear and worry. When you go in and you don't put any distractions or any blocks in on your goal, and you go in and you go for it and you put the details in, let me tell you, there, that commercial is so true. There was nothing more fun than going in and not having a credit card, not being put under long-term leases and financing options, but to drive out of there and know that for this one time, and believe me, it's only been one time, but for this one time, just my belief that I was going to have a certain thing. And I made sure I was specific. So when you go out and you want that thing, that house, that relationship, that job, make sure that you know it is for you by the specifics that you put in place. Because when it starts happening and when you're in that reality and it starts moving and changing and flowing as you walk through, I'm telling you, those slow motion moments, I love slow motion film, because when you're going through the time and you're trying to catch up with the reality of it all, it's so much fun when you go through and that next step, you don't know that that next step is happening, but you know it's happening. And when it does, it's mind blowing. The amount of energy that's charged when you've got that mindset that is win all, it is amazing. And do this often. You know, when you think life is getting you down and you haven't really made any strides towards testing reality, you don't even know what you're capable of. And I think a lot of times we get in this this reality in our head that we think we are just this physical body, and we forget. That's why connecting with your source of creation is so important on a daily basis, because we have to be reminded that we came here as light being powerful souls, not confined and limited um, human beings that we are within these vessels. So when you get these opportunities to test and challenge it, it is so much fun. And I really challenge you to, it doesn't have to be a car. It could be whatever. It could be whatever you're looking for, an outfit or an opportunity, or vacations are my favorite. Because you actually get to plan it today with no idea of how great it's going to be until the day that it arrives. And the magic that you can explore when you just believe, when you just believe. So I challenge you to, you know, this week or this month or this year, put that thing out there that you've been looking at, and leap before before you think about it. Act. And when it comes to you, when it's aligned with you, man, you feel so supernatural powerful. It makes life the best experience possible. And that's what I want for everyone, to have the best life experience possible, because we are only here for such a small amount of time. So when we put our energy in belief and in gratitude that it's going to turn out exactly right, watch what your creative energy can do. So I challenge you to that, and have a great week.